Good morning, I'm Olivia. Welcome to my Silversneakers Flex Chair Yoga class. Today, I suggest you grab a hand towel or just a kitchen towel will be fine, but we are going to use this in part of the workout today. All right, against the back of the chair, settle on in. Oh, just let your eyes drift closed. Some deep breaths in through the nose. Maybe one out, exhale through the mouth, and then we'll just go in through the nose and out through the nose, as in yoga. I'm going to shut that down a little bit. Right. Drone of the fan is kind of white noise. Unclench your biting teeth so the powerful jaw muscles relax. Your eyebrows unfurrow. Just a few moments of stillness and breath work. See if you can deepen that breath. Bringing it into the low part, the bottom half of your rib cage. Feel the belly move out. And then exhale from bottom to top. And then just let your eyes drift open softly. And you're going to move to the edge of the seat, putting the feet right underneath the knees, right? So they're not buckling in or out. They're right underneath your knees. And that towel's just going to wait right there for you for 1 minute. Just a little shoulder lift up and around. Just be aware of any crackling and popping. Certainly if there's pain, don't do it, right? One more time. All right, and then let's take one back to front. Grab your towel, roll it up, and we're going to put it behind your neck, and then right in front. So looking over the right shoulder, I want you to pull a little bit more on that left hand. And then come back to the front. We'll go the other way. Look over the left shoulder, but pull a little more on the right hand. See how that gets the back involved, just a little bit more. And one more time, a little pull. And then the other one, turn that head, a little pull. And back to the center. And then sort of, see if you can rest it at the base of your skull right there. And then let the head just kind of fall back, and you're going to support it right here. In the weight, in the hands, in the towel. And then just looking a little side to side while you're up top. Just let it rest right there. And just see if you can really just let it rest there. As you're lifting the head. There's a lot of work on your arms as well. And then release it, release the towel. Drop the chin towards your chest, look over towards the right hip, and then over towards the left hip. And come all the way back to the front, arms out to the side. Moving into the rib cage here. It's a little side to side. I want you to notice you are sitting even on both sit bones, right? So even though you're tipping to the right, that left sit bone is pressing into the chair. If hands on the shoulder feel better to you, that's fine. One more time. All right, both hands reach to the ceiling and exhale. A forward fold. Just hinge at the hip. Hands come alongside of the thigh or calf muscles right there. And then let us slide up. Press the hands into the shins and let the heart come forward. Like I said something, you didn't want to miss it. Deep breath in. Eyes up. Release down and reverse swan dive all the way back up. All right, we're going to wash the wall. So now we add this rotation to the spine. let your gaze follow your hands instead of looking beyond. Look to your fingers. And then again, begin to notice your breath, that you're not holding it. One more time. Come back to the front, drop the hands, fingertips to the ground, and coming into seated mountain pose. So you are sitting square on the tip of the sit bone. Let's just be sure you are. First, I want you to roll back towards the tailbone, back side of the fleshy part of your seat. Come to the very tip of the sit bones. Very tip, very tip, very tip. And then again, scoop in the belly, roll back. You're pulling that navel in towards your spine, and then sit up nice and tall. There you are. All right, tuck the elbows inward towards the waistline, palms come to the front, and you're just nice and tall, seated mountain pose. Yeah. Rest that chin on that imaginary shelf right there in front of you. Yeah. Fingertips on the shoulder. Let's take a little bigger shoulder roll than what we started with. Elbows up around. And again. I'm going to take my feet a little bit wider now. All right, now you may keep the hands here. You can take them on the head. Turn that elbow to me. Drop that elbow down. Other side. Turn the elbow to me and drop it down to the side. Now you can take the hands up high and leave them down on the shoulders or even on your hips. To me and tip. So we get all those things we just did together. And again, one more time, and tip. All right, like you're gonna take your big hat off, reach to the ceiling, lift it up. Here's that hinge at the hip, we forward fold. We're gonna halfway rise, slide the hands, press the hands into the shins, little baby back bend. Now let's do this, take the hands on the thighs. While you sit here, see if you can let the back just relax. So I'm not forcing to hold myself up there, so you can just relax. Elbows tuck in next to the waistline. And release, and then just reverse swan dive all the way back up. Lovely. Let's grab that towel and out in front. You're going to put some tension on it, so I'm going to pull it apart, all right? Drop your shoulders, everyone. Yeah, and then lifting up. We want you to keep the shoulders down and lower it back down. Keeping the shoulders pressing down. You've got the ribs and the hips connected, still bringing the heart forward on the tip of the sit bones. I'm not getting all the way up high because I'm thinking about keeping my ribs and my hips connected. And let's hold it up here. All right. A little hinge over. Frame your face here. A little hinge over. And again. Frame your face. And again. All right, so now lift the elbow up to the ceiling. Drop down, go the other way. Lift the elbow up to the ceiling, drop down, nice side stretch. And one more time, each way. Elbow to the ceiling, and elbow to the ceiling. All right, we're going to go over to the side. Put some tension on it right there. And then go ahead and pull that right hand to the back wall. Come around to the front. Pull that left hand to the back wall. Lovely. Back to the front. Take it around to the back side. You got to be sitting at the front of the chair. So in this, I want you to turn the right hand to the front and the left hand to the back of your chair. And then bring that left hand over towards the hip, tipping the head over as you pull the towel away from you. And then we'll switch and go the other way. So the left hand comes to the front. The right hand faces the back of the chair. You're going to pull that right hand all the way over towards the hip and then tip the head. All right, so we will just leave that on the chair for right now. Take the legs out a little bit wider. Let's get down into the hips and we circle around. Using the hands on the thighs if that feels best to you. If you want to take it small, feel free to do that. Feel free to drop the shoulder up and roll back. Whatever works for you and feels good. And just pay attention to your breath, that you're not holding it. All right, so it's just as smooth as this movement is. All right, and when you get finished one, let's go the other way. Lots of good sensations in the hips. second, bring the feet right back underneath you. Let's up on that right knee, little circle in the ankle. All right, pressing out, come right back in, drop the toe. And then press out and drop the toe. 2 more. Last one. All right, I'm gonna hold this out, but I'm gonna keep the knee bent. Toe to the ceiling, knee bent. Now get at the tip of the sit bones, and I'm just going to rotate that knee and toe out to the side and back with the bent knee. Nice and tall. If you need to use the chair to help you do that, it's okay. 2 more. Last one. All right, and grab hold and let's just circle around. I did check in with Mark, and he did not answer my email, so I'll keep you updated. 1 more time. And all that. Other leg up and toe, point and flex, maybe a little circle in the ankle. All right, so here we go. Out, right back in, drop the toe. Support the leg if you need to, don't if you don't. All right. And 1 more time. We're going to leave it out there. Knee is bent, foot is flexed, and rotate out to the side. And then back up and use the chair to help you sit up nice and tall. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, that was not easy for me. All right. All right. I love that. All right, let's take 1 leg out in front of the same leg, and we're just going to hinge at the hip. I have a little micro bend in that knee, leading forward with the heart here. Yeah. Really feel that lengthen. So I might say my tail feathers have sort of flipped up in the back, right? Yeah. And then release, look down towards the toe, push off that right leg and roll the spine back up, and we'll do the same thing on the right leg. So toe to the ceiling, soft bend in the knee. You're going to hinge forward at the hips. So it's like those hip bones are going to come onto your thigh muscles. Bringing the heart forward, yeah. Tail feathers have flipped up, and then lower down, push off that left leg, all the way back up. All right, up and down we go now. And we're going to do this 6 times. So if you want to meet us at the top with the last one, that's okay with me. Hands on the thighs, here we go. We inhale, lift, and slow the downward motion. All right, so we're going to come up on 1 and down 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Up 1, nice and sharp. Down 2, 3, 4. Maybe here, maybe here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Reach to the ceiling if you'd like. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1. Back down just because it was so much fun. And now we're going to stay all the way. Reach to the ceiling if you'd like. Drop your shoulders. And then circle the hands down. All right, we're going to go around the back of the chair. Grab yourself a drink of water on the way because you are mostly made of water. And that's the reason. Okay, coming first into mountain pose. The difference between when you're in the chair and when you're standing is now you don't think about your feet. So your heels are right underneath the sit bones. They're not chair width apart, they're not together, they are underneath your sit bones. So for me, that means that my legs are pretty much inside one of those blocks, but it may not. My gosh, these pants in this video are like fluorescent. Holy cow. You don't just come look at that. Can you see how bright they are? They are glowing. I can't believe it. Okay, anyhow. Heels underneath the sit bones. And then as you turn that tailbone towards the ground, you're going to soften the knees ever so slightly. I'm not going to bend them. They just come a little bit softer. And then that sort of opens up the front of the body a little bit more as well. And then let the elbows come in towards the waistline. Connect the ribs and the hips. So important. Lift the heart just a wee bit more Tuck the chin so the ears have lined up with the shoulders, and if you're going to close your eyes, maybe keep fingers right next to the chair. If you're in seated mountain pose, same thing, feet underneath the knees, nice and tall. All right, let's put the left hand on the chair, lifting that right arm up and over. Let the hips push over to the right. So we get a little IT band stretch. Go ahead and look down towards the earth. Pass right through the center. Same thing on the other side. You're going to push the hips over to the left just a little bit. And come right up. Step back to downward facing dog. So the feet are going to come right underneath the hips. Fillet your fingers. I always just hope the lid's on it. Turn the tailbone to the back wall. That means you're going to tip the pelvis forward onto the thigh muscles there. Nice deep breath into the back ribs. Your navel is drawing inward and you're breathing into the back ribs. This should feel really good. All right, take the gaze over the chair, step that right foot in, and let's grab that towel right there. We're going to turn that left toe out, and we're going to come into Warrior One, but this time we're going to hold on to this towel as we do it, and you'll feel a little more work when that happens. Let it rise up. Everybody drop your shoulders. Yep, and give it a little time. Put a little tension on that. We do this without the towel, but today we do it with the towel. See, it's going to frame your face. So watch this isn't happening. And if you can't go that far, then that's okay. But see if you can keep it equidistant between your face, side to side. Very grounded through the low half of your body. My front knee is over the ankle, my back leg is straight. One more time. All right, let's bring it down the body. Now that chair's in the way, so you're going to have to bump up over it and lift up. And again, bring it right down, up and over, and reach forward. And up. Again, bring it down, up and over, reach forward. Now release it to the back and grab hold of it. Right down there at your seat. Push it away. Yeah. I have the palms facing the back wall. I'm going to hinge at the hip. Hold and breathe. My heart's coming forward. Long line from the crown of the head to my heel. And then I'm going to step that back foot in. If you need the chair, go ahead and release one hand and do it. All the way back up. Nice and tall. Release. Shift the hands out. Arms out. Okay, let's put it there. Step back to downward facing dog. Tailbone to the back wall once again. Nice deep breath. Lower the heart towards the earth. And then bend the knees, hands back on the thigh muscles. We're going to take that little vinyasa, that flow series. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Lead with the back of the hands. Forward fold. Lead with the heart going down. Halfway rise. Slide the hands to the quadricep muscles. Let the heart come. You're looking at the chair right then. Then I'm going to slide down. Soften the knees. Press the hands into the shins as the heart comes forward here. Really feel that back start to fire on. And then circle sweep. Pass through chair pose. And all the way down. Step that left foot in, turn that right toe out, and we're going to grab that towel once again. So from here, lift it up. Drop your shoulders and put some tension on that band right there. That's a towel. Okay, framing your face. We take this little arc over. And then the other way. Yes, be aware of that. Try not to let it come in front of your face here. And again. Shoulders are pressing down. They're going to want to ride up and do this work. And again. 2 more. And last one. All right. Come right down the center. I'm sorry, we got to bump up over here. And reach up. And again. Now, so let's try to do this without sinking any deeper into the knee. And up. And again. Coming down, bring the elbows back, right down your body. And again, right down your body. All the way up. Drop your shoulders. It's easy to bring them up. And then we switch to the back. Now this time, we're going to turn the palms to the front. Okay? Last time we had palms to the back. And then you're going to pull on them. You need to bend the elbows here, whatever you need to do. We're going to hinge at the hip. Long line from the crown of the head to the heel. See if you can lift the towel off of your seat. Lovely stretch. All right, here we go. We're going to step that back foot in. Use the chair if you need to. Release one hand all the way up. And release, shake out.
This should be wet.
Say it again. Absolutely. Use it for that. Use it to dry off. Yeah, that's okay. It's a good day for it, huh? Okay, grab a drink of water. I do wash them, so no worries. All right, so let's step the feet out, chair width apart this time. And toes are going to face the chair. We're going to roll up on the toes and rock back and lift the toes. All right? Rolling up, coming back. And see if when you rock back, you can do it without sticking the seat out. Okay? So just lift the toes. One more time. All right, so we don't have enough wall space in this room, but I want to show you another exercise to work on when you get home. Typically when people fall, they fall backwards. So an exercise to strengthen that is to take your feet, I'm going to say no more than 12 inches away from the wall, and you're going to come back and just sit against it and then get yourself back up. Whatever you need to do to get yourself back up. You could try a little bit further if you'd like. Get yourself back up, all right? And practice doing that, okay? Here's my lesson for the day. Back to wide feet. Now I want you to take them, line the heels up with the legs of the chair and turn the toes out, and we're gonna sink into the knees. And just hold this here. So coming into goddess pose, and my shoulders are on this wall behind first. I'm just holding on, see if we can deepen this. Now I'm gonna lift one heel, and y'all are gonna lift the right heel, and I'm not, okay? So the left heel, and then the right heel. I've got this insole that won't bend. That's the problem. But that's the good news. I can wear my sneakers. And again, lifting, and again. And let's just see if we can lift both of them. You can hold on to the chair. That's fine. And see if you can balance. All right, deep breath in. Reach to the ceiling, star pose. And step back. We're going to take some sunflowers. Don't want you to hit your face on the chair. So, hinging at the hip, bending the knees, please. And then push through the feet all the way back up. So just don't let the head fall below the hips. And if you need the chair to get yourself back up, do so. Use it. Push through the feet. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Connect it with your breath. We all breathe a little bit different. And again. One more time. Coming into goddess pose. So once again, hands at the heart. You're going to keep the shoulders on that wall behind you and bend the knees. They're tracking in the direction of the toes. My toes aren't turned out that much because otherwise my knees would buckle in. So. And then as you get into this position, think about pressing the baby toe edge of your foot into the ground. So you're going to keep the outside edge pressing outward there. It's a lot more work that way, right? Breathe. All right, turn that right toe to the right, left toe to the front, and resituate your feet, bending that knee over the ankle, back leg straight, and we come into warrior two. Drop your shoulders, head over heart over pelvis, so don't anticipate where you're going. Back up right there. Deep breath in. Exhale down, tuck your chin towards your chest, wrap the arms around, tap your shoulders. And again, gazing up if you can. If you need that chair, go ahead and put one hand on it. And again. And down. All the way up. Keeping that left arm up there, drop that right arm. Hinging here at the hip now a little bit. Yeah, nice. And then let this arm float towards the side of your face. Extended side angle, right? Look down towards your toe. Be sure that knee's tracking in the direction of the toe. And then look towards the front. And maybe look towards your arm. And circle around. Come back up, warrior two. Deep breath in. Drop the left arm and leave the right one up there. Let's look back from whence you came first to that back heel. You've got that baby toe edge pressed down, but then also press that big toe mound into the chair, into the foot, into the ground. Look towards the front and then turn the gaze towards the arm maybe. And this is where you may need a chair for balance. Please use it if you do. Reverse warrior, peaceful warrior, sun warrior. Breathe. All right. Swing on back to warrior two. Turn the toe to the front, hands to the heart. Mesh the fingers. Press the knuckles together, scoop in the belly. Little stretch across the back. We're going to toss the arms up and around and all the way down, wide standing mountain pose. Find it, get there. Soft knees, tailbone to the earth. Hearts lifted, ribs and hips are connected, shoulders pressing down. Beautiful. Deep breath. There's chocolate chip cookies in there. Smell it. You smell them. Breathe them in. You breathe a little different when you know there's something good, right? All right. So we're going to go the other way. Turn that heel in. Knee's going to come over the ankle. Extend those arms out. Sure to get here. Yeah, there we go. Again, deep breath in. Gazing up. It's a little work in the neck. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Wrap the arms. And again, come right back up. And down. All the way up. Hold this up here. Drop your shoulders. Nicely done. And let that hand travel down. I'm going to hinge at this hip here a little bit and let this arm float towards the side of my face. So I have a very long line from the finger all the way to my heel. Extended side angle this time. Look down towards the earth. Be sure that toe is tracking in the direction of the knee. Baby toe edge on the ground. Look towards the front. See if you can rotate and look towards the arm. And if you need that hand on the chair, get it there. And this time we're going to circle that arm around. Come right back. Let's take both arms up. And we go the other way. Drop your shoulders when you get them up there. Drop that right arm. First we look down from whence we came. Look to the front. Maybe turn the gaze skyward. And use the chair if you need to. You can put that hand in your back left pocket perhaps. A little bind. And we're going to level this out. Lovely. Lift the arms and now lengthen and lift until you feel those arms tingle a little bit. Let that baby toe edge draw back. I'm going to turn both toes to the front now. My feet are still wide, but both toes to the front. Hands on the hips. Press the elbows back. Lift the heart. Now keep that tailbone drawing to the ground. So soften the knees right there. And I'm going to soften both knees and hinge at the hip, coming towards the chair. Use the toes. Push back up. Have to pull that belly in. Ribs and hips are connected right here. And again. Turn that tailbone to the back wall. Soften the knees as much as you need to do that. Come right back up. 2 more times at your own pace. Those elbows are back. You feel the shoulder blades drawing together in the back. You should feel the hamstrings working in this. And again. And all the way back up. Lovely. Walk your feet in. And we'll take that vinyasa. Deep breath. Forward fold. Hands slide to the quadricep muscles. You look at that small child in their face right there. We're going to slide down, press the hands into the shins, and then circle sweep. Come all the way out. Deep breath in. Reach to the ceiling and down. All right, grab a drink of water. Come on back. We're not done. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. So from wide standing mountain pose, and my feet are a little bit outside of the hips. If you can do that, do that. If not, if you need to, a little bit outside of the legs of the chair, do so. If they need to be legs of the chair, that's fine. Then I'm going to turn that right toe, swing that left heel to the ceiling, and come into high lunge. So my front knee is over the ankle, back leg is straight. lift that arm that's furthest away from me first and drop your shoulder. I'm going to keep this hand on the chair and just hinge at the hip. Forward fold, come right back up. I'm not changing anything in that knee, all right? The knee is going to stay over the ankle. Just hinge at the hip, swing right back up. And again, lovely. Now we're going to arc over towards the chair for a moment. Straighten back up. And let's just see if we can find that balance. Keep that hand near the chair if you need it, or reach to the ceiling if that works. Whatever you're doing, drop the shoulders down the back, right? So they're away from the ears. That back heel is up, heel is over the ankle. How lovely is that? High lunge. All right, let's put that hand back on the chair. And the other hand comes to your hip. We're going to sink that back knee and come right back up. Nice. Sink the back knee. Try not to hinge at the hip too much. Just a little sink at the knee. It's a lunge. And again. One more time. Step that back foot to meet the front foot. Deep breath in. Forward fold. Halfway rise. All right, from here we're going to come into chair pose. The chair is handy there. We're going to turn to it. If you want to drop that left hand to the chair, go ahead and do so. I'm going to cross the right hand over my left thigh muscle and turn to the front. Like I said something, you didn't want to miss it, right? You can use that chair there. You could reach to the neighbor behind you, but turn that palm to me. There you go. There you go. Think about that. Hand comes to me. Beautiful. Lovely. Sink a wee bit deeper if you'd like. Look back to the ground. We're going to circle sweep the arms. Rise all the way back up. And all the way down. Perfect. I thought, how can I get people to turn that palm? Well, that worked that time, huh? Okay, so we go the other way. Mountain pose. Wide standing mountain pose first. So my feet are just outside the chair line. Drop your shoulders, let the fingertips, almost like you're dripping water. So they're going to reach down towards the earth here. Yeah. Shoulders come away from the ears. You should feel good and solid. Now imagine you didn't have shoes on and your feet were starting to slip out. So what do? You have to pull up through the midsection there. You got to press the feet into the earth. I have a little bend in the knees, but my legs have to start to work there. We didn't always have yoga mats. Or sneakers. All right, so we're going to go this way. Turn that left toe. You're going to lift that right heel. And I don't think that's going to work for me. But nevertheless, I'll do the best I can. And that knee comes over the ankle in front. In fact, if you need to put that heel down like I do, go ahead and do so. And that opposite arm comes up. Drop your shoulder. The arm that's furthest away from me. Yep, there you go. The entire body is going to turn to that left wall there. Right? And maybe you find balance. See if you can really, oh no, we're going to hinge at the hip first, I'm sorry. So hinging at the hip. What I want you to notice as you're going down and back up, there's nothing that's changing about that knee. I'm not bending it any deeper. In order to get down there, I have to hinge at the hip, all right? And again. Push right back up. And again. Back up. Two more. One more time. All right, from here we're going to arc over towards the chair. Momentarily. All right, and then come back up. What else do we do there? Who knows? Thank you. So we're going to lunge in the back, but you know what? I'm going to switch feet, but you keep that foot back there just because I can't bend this shoe. And we're going to sink that back knee. No, yeah, the back knee. Just sink down and back up, all right? Now, what I want you to try not to hinge at the hip. You'll hinge a little bit, but just sinking that back knee and keep that heel up the whole time. Even when you're sinking, even when you're back up, that heel needs to stay up. You want to protect that range of motion around your Achilles back there, all right? So down and up. Two more. And last one. Lovely. All right. Can't remember what I did once again. So we're going to come back to the front. Anybody know? Oh, we held it. Gosh darn it. Thank you. We're going to hold that. High lunge, for goodness sakes. One arm, maybe two arms, or keep the fingers near the chair. Drop your shoulders, everyone. Connect the ribs to the hips. Isn't that just so interesting? Yeah, you'll feel so much stronger when you let the ribs and the hips connect and you drop your shoulders. Beautiful. Focus on something that's not moving. All right. Just let the arms melt down to the chair. Come on around back to the front, and let's step back to downward facing dog. Turn that tailbone to the back wall. Lower the heart towards the earth. Maybe bend the knees a little deeper. Maybe bend one knee a little more than the other knee. See how that feels. All right, taking the gaze over the chair, step that right foot in. We're going to come into pyramid pose. So I'm not on the balance beam, I'm on the railroad tracks, and one foot in front of the other. Just enough so I can still stand up nice and tall. I can draw the tailbone toward the earth. I can soften my knees. And let's lift the arms, extended namaste. So bring the heel, the hand, fingertips together and give them a little squeeze and press to the ceiling. Okay, right away those shoulders want to come up and those ribs want to pop. Draw everything down. Lovely. Let's add a little rotation here. Reach those left fingers forward to me and the right one to the back, but if you want to grab hold of the chair, I know what we didn't do now. It was that squat. It was that chair pose. So we're going to do that. Okay, reach to the ceiling. Come on back up. And then we're going to pop that back foot forward and come into our airplane pose. So keep that back foot flexed, all right? I'm right over the chair. I haven't gone off to the side, so try to stay right there. And maybe bring the foot a little behind your body here, and that will help you stay square over the chair. And then let's see if we can find balance. One arm. Little micro bend in that knee. Pull that navel inward. Drop your shoulders. Maybe you can find balance. Use the toe on the ground if you can't. Right hand on the chair and lift that left leg out to the side. Grab the top of your shorts or tights or underneath the leg. It's a version of standing big toe pose. And once again, see if you can find any balance at all, using the chair or not. All right, drop that foot down. This is what we didn't do, we're going to do it right now. Both feet face the left wall. Deep breath in. Forward fold. And you are facing the left wall. Halfway rise. Slide down into chair pose. All right? Reach that arm that's closest to me back. You could put it in the hip. You could put it on the chair. You could reach to your neighbor over on the right side. Turn the palm to me. Other way, okay. Palm to me. Yes, there you go. Yes, and maybe looking towards the front of the room. Isn't that grand, huh? We finally have it. All right, circle sweep, stand up nice and tall. Deep breath in. And release. All right, so to the chair, we got to get that pyramid pose on the other side. Step back on the right foot, left foot to the chair, and come away from the chair. Nice and still mountain pose. Knees have a little bend to them. You can turn back to the front. There you go. All right, deep breath in. Drop your shoulders, connect the ribs to the hips. Firmly feel the feet on the earth or in your shoes. Press the heel, the hand together, and the fingertips. You should feel as solid as can be here. Reach forward, reach back, and use the chair if you need to. Add this little twist. Attention to your breath here. It's a little more difficult when you're breathing. Drop your shoulders. Oh, wow. The whole room. All right. Hand on the chair, both of them. We're going to pop that back foot up. Flex the foot. Let it leave the earth if that works for you. And a little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there. You're squeezing the glute in the back. One arm. Maybe the other arm. All right, both hands on the chair, bring that knee out to the side. If you need to keep the toe on the ground, that's fine. You can grab the tights, you can grab under the leg, you can grab your pants. Watch this right here. Keep head over heart over pelvis to the front. And so you may want to bring this knee closer towards the chair so you can keep everything straight, because it'll be difficult to balance if the foot's going this way and you're going this way, right? And then maybe you find balance. Imagine everything's in mountain pose again. Nice broad collarbones here. Even if that foot is on the ground or your hands are on the ground, our hands are on the ground. All right, drop that foot down. Shake those legs out. Ooh. And let's go back to downward facing dog. Bend the knee, hands on the thigh muscles, and reverse swan dive all the way back up. Let's take this upward salute. You know what? Let's grab the towel. And from here, we're going to upward salute. Go ahead and let the shoulders lift. And then draw the shoulders down. Feel the difference. Let them rise up. And draw them down. Ribs and hips connected. Doesn't it feel so much different? Yeah. Lovely. Okay. Let this one go. And let that come down to the back. We're also going to do this seated, but I thought we'd try it this way. Now I've got the other hand than you do, but I'm going to turn around so you can see right here. So walk the fingers towards one another. You want to keep one elbow to the ceiling and one elbow to the side wall. And then the other idea is that you're not here, all right? So that back is nice and straight. And you may not be able to do that at all. All right, let's go to the other side. Grab hold. And lower that down so you can find the towel right there. And then elbow to the ceiling, other elbow to the side wall. Walk up the towel, walk down the towel, or stay right where you are. Breathe. Drop your shoulders. I think it's a lot better than using the towel than no towel. Nice. And then just release. All right, shake out. And let's sit back down, have a nice drink of water. On your way down. Oh my gosh, it's 1:45. Well, I have one more exercise I want to do with the towel. All right, so edge of your seat still. We're going to cross that right leg over. If you've been told not to cross the midline, just go ahead and leave that right there on the chair. That's fine. Or on the ground, that's fine. Did you hear me say hands on the ground earlier?
Yeah.
How nice. How nice that nobody said anything. Okay, so when we go this way, I have the right leg crossed over. I have the towel in my left hand. And I want you to turn that left hand to me. And the right hand's going to face the back of the chair. Okay? Take a moment and think about that, because it's important. Pull it out to the side, out to the left side, and then you're going to rotate around. Let it come across the knee. So you are really adding this twist with this towel. Let that right shoulder draw back a little bit more. And anything in between that works for you is fine. Slowly come on back to the front. Let's leave that right there, and we'll get our figure 4 stretch in. On the ground is just fine. Once again. Breathe. Press that low back forward. And sit tall. Maybe a little hinge at the hip. It's up to you. All right. And we go the other way. Left leg over. Then you're going to turn the right palm to me. Right? And the left palm to the back of the chair. You're going to pull it out to the side. So my left knuckles are rubbing on my right hip here in the back. You may or may not have that. nice and tall. We're going to cross this over. I'm going to pull that hand around a little bit more maybe, and then rest the hand right there. Look to the left wall, let that left shoulder draw back a wee bit more. Kind of a nice way to have this lovely twist. Come on back to the front, drop it there. We're going to take that figure 4 on this side, or on the ground is just fine, which is I think what I'm going to do today too. Press that low back forward. Maybe a little hinge, up to you. Come on back. Sit back against the back of the chair and let's take this underneath. You have choices. You could do the knee, you could do here, you could do the foot. All right, whatever works for you. I just want you to pull that back and allow those hamstrings and that low back to get a nice stretch in. So whatever works for you. Everybody breathe, okay? Relax and just breathe. Up a little higher, it's up to you, whatever you'd like, whatever feels right. All right, stay against the back of the chair. Let's take the other side, same thing. I'm going to come up a little bit higher, but you all work where you're comfortable here. Hamstrings get tight. Oh, Kurt missed out on the best part. All right, release back down. Let's end this. Slide on back to the back. Feet, wrists, toes, and fingers, whatever you need here. Yourself. One last stretch, whatever you feel like you didn't get and you need. And then press the low back into the chair, roll to the shoulder blades, and settle on in. Those powerful jaw muscles have relaxed. To wiggle the fingers and toes. Turn the palms to the ceiling. Keep your eyes closed. The first word is love. So wherever there is love, there will always be miracles. Wherever there are miracles, there will always be joy. Bring the hands together at your heart, drop your chin to your chest, and so with a joyful heart, namaste. Nice work. Nice work. Good job with the towel too. Yeah.